You ready to record or what?
I got a White Claw and I'm amped.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 19 of Ignore the Backlog. My name is the real Portz. The real Portz. And evil, space, bunny, sports is the real evil space bunny. How you doing, evil space bunny?
I'm good.
This is the stroke episode.
Are you a robot now?
Does it smell like burning toast, or is it just me?
Maybe I had some toast, but...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it hater toast?
Hater toast.
Crack open a ice-cold hater toast while you're listening to the Ignore the Backlog podcast. I don't know why I'm doing a Jack Nicholson. It just happened.
Jesus, what's wrong with you? You go from robot to Jack Nicholson? Is that the night we're going to have, Portz?
Yeah, a little bit. Listen, I'll be very honest. Is this a safe, open, honest place to be?
Yeah, we'll make it safe, open, honest, and safe, open, honest as we can.
Safe, open, honest? Okay. That's my safe company name, by the way. It's Safe, Open, and Honest.
Safe, open, and honest. Fair.
It doesn't have locks. The safes come with no locks. I had a beer.
Oh.
That is trying to find the it's over a pint.
Yeah.
And it's 7%. And I downed it in the last half hour.
So I'm behind, is what you're saying.
Yes, you are.
I'm sorry.
That's what's happening.
I'm only drinking White Claws right now, and they're only 5%.
You'll need about 3 of those. Yeah, you'll need at least 3.
Fuck. All right, I'll try to catch up. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Amateur.
You know, I do expect a lot. I understand, but we're a team here.
I'm sorry. I'm slacking.
And you're not doing your part of the team.
I'm slacking.
It's like we're making a bed, and you're not handling any of the corners of the sheet. You know?
You want to know?
You're just texting.
So as soon as those corner sheets goes on, when I make the bed at home, I just lay in it, and then Josh makes the bed on top. I just lay in the bed. He's like, "Can you move?" And I'm like, "No, I'm a cat." And then he just like throws the sheets over, and then he throws the comforter on, and then he throws all my blankets on me because I have extra blankets because I'm always fucking cold. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a child.
Did I say the right episode number? Was it 19? Did I say 19?
I think this is episode 19. Can you believe it?
And I know it's 19. Did I say 19?
I'm pretty sure you said 19.
Thank God. All right. Other than that, the opening was flawless.
Yep.
So we're doing good.
We're doing good.
You know what? This is the best day ever. Do you know why?
Why is today the best day ever?
This is February 10th, 2020, and that day means that Papa John is on the H3 podcast.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can't wait to get done with this and go listen to that.
Oh my God, I'm so
excited. Just found out like an hour ago. I can't wait.
I'm literally writing that down as I burp. Okay.
Papa John is like my favorite meme.
Oh my God, the reckoning.
Why does he eat so much pizza? And why is he
I've had 40
so
pizzas.
concerned? Why is he so concerned that the people on his board of directors aren't in the pizza business?
I don't know.
It's business, bro. It's product.
I mean, it's like, and he's like, I ate 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. What is, it looks like you had 40 pizzas in the last, 30 days.
Your face is like you're made out of exclusively 40 pizzas.
Oh my God,
There's no other ingredients in your skin, bro. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
But this reminds me of when I was looking for a job.
Uh-huh.
All right, just to get by while I was part-time in tech early on.
Yeah.
So just another job to fill in. I needed a specific amount of money, and I was very upfront about that.
Yeah.
I was like, I need, whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. But they were like, we can't give that to you unless you had. This was a gas station, by the way. They're like, we can't give that to you unless you had worked at a gas station before. And I'm like, dude, I worked retail. What the fuck is the difference? How is that so complicated, dude? Like, he's like, well, our, POS system, and it's different.
It's
like,
different. You can't learn it.
We're talking about the easiest fucking job in the world, all right? And he's like, look, it doesn't, like, I'm a manager here, but that doesn't mean I could, like, go be a manager at Target. And I was like, if you fucking seriously believe that, you'll die at this job. That's how that works. If you're a manager somewhere, you can be a manager somewhere else. That's how you fucking do that.
That's usually how it works. It's not like you start over again.
Like, you choose gas station when you're 16 and can't go anywhere else? What?
That's fucking ridiculous.
I walked out immediately.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. I would have been like, goodbye.
Yeah. I couldn't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
So yeah, people who work in pasta cannot translate over to pizza,
I will say one thing about the food industry. It is a lot harder for cooks to transfer over into baking versus bakers transfer over
I understand
cooks.
that because you're physically doing it. But like managing is like people. It's like people everywhere.
No, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Management is different.
It's people.
It's the same shit, different places. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. Oh my God.
And obviously there's some nuance. There's things to learn. But the primary skills you're looking for, people person, fucking managing skills. Cool. Got it. Oh my God.
Anyway.
Did you play video games?
That
were not related to pizza?
I had 40 pizzas. I had 40 video games in the last 2 days. No.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
That sounds awesome.
I wish.
You'd be really ahead.
Fuck. I probably would have to start doing, like, I don't know, meth in order to, like, keep that many video games. I played video games. Or I just had super ADD that day. Yeah, I played a couple of games this week. I didn't play as much as I wanted. I finished West of Loathing. That was so good. You know how many hours I put into that game?
14.
10.
Okay.
I put in quite a bit, though. How many hours did you have?
I can't tell because it's a fucking Xbox thing. So they don't have counters for that. Isn't that stupid?
That is
If I had to guess, I would probably say like 7 or 8.
Gotcha. I put in like 10. I played a lot, and like I'm still playing it kind of because there's still things that I didn't
there's a
finish.
lot. There's a surprising amount.
I'm so amazed by that game. So West of Loathing, and at the end, do you know what they did that I noticed that not a lot of games do anymore?
What?
They think they're beta testers. They think every single one of them. And there was like 2 or 3 pages, and I was like actually really impressed. And I was like, cool. That's so sweet that they like cared about the people who cared about their game so much.
I don't remember. I mean, it must have been a tiny ass beta, so it's probably like friends and family anyway, right?
Probably, right?
Well, that's cool though.
Yeah, so I beat that game. I still loved it until the very end, like the tongue and trickiness, everything.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Where are you at now? How many games have you beat this year? I lost track.
Let me look. I have it pulled up too. So
is that the only game you beat this year?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8?
Number them, you lunatic.
What do you mean?
Number them.
I should number them, huh? But I calculated my hours between like Nier and Cuphead and like all the other games. I'm at 88 hours.
Oh, I have not been doing that. I don't know how many. I'm probably around the same, I guess.
Probably. How many games are you at?
9.
So you're 1 ahead.
Yep.
Okay, that's fair. And then I started playing this other game that a friend suggested because I beat that Light Matter game at the beginning of the year. It's called Antichamber, and I've owned it for so fucking long.
Oh, yeah. But actually, isn't it Antechamber? It's like A-N-T-E?
It's A-N-T-I.
Oh, is it?
Anti, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's on Steam, and it is a puzzle game, and the artwork in it is so weird and, like, pretty and cryptic, and then there's all these, like, little motivation posters throughout the whole game that, like, kind of guide you, and they're your save points if you don't click on them and, like, get this, like, philosophical, like, thing. And it's like, some things, like, oh, fuck, I'm trying to find, like, one of my favorite ones that I ran into, but, like, some tasks require a lot of care and observation, and, like, venturing into the unknown can lead to great rewards. And then, like, there's another one. That's not
philosophy. That's like fake fucking Twitter poem. That's fucking, yeah. That's the stupid ass fucking fake deep shit on Twitter.
Kinda, yeah. At the end, you'll, a dead end will only stop you if you don't try to move through it. Stuff like that. And
which, I mean, obviously in the game it's telling you a clue, so it's, I'm not, like, knocking the game for it. I'm just saying, not philosophy.
I mean, yeah, it's basically like these little cryptic codes and stuff that you have to, like, figure out. And
platitudes.
I just ended up, like, falling in love with it immediately. And at the beginning, it has this timer, and I was, like, freaking out trying to, like, figure out all these puzzles. And, like, I was like, I'm not going to beat this game in this timer. And it's, like, an hour and a half. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to beat this game in an hour and a half? And I've never even seen it. And then I didn't realize that the hour and a half timer had passed. And then it says a little note. It's like, do things on your own time. Don't stress about others. And I'm like, you fuckers.
Wow. Fake timer, huh?
Fake timer. It got me so fucking good.
That's some fuckery.
It was super fuckery, and I was, like, super pissed, and I'm like, how dare you? How dare you fuck with my feelings like this? But, what else did I end up playing? Oh, I played DuckTales, remastered on Saturday, and I almost beat that. I'm at the very last boss. And I, like, as soon as that music started playing, I was like, yeah, you know, as it hit me, and I'm, like, 7 years old again. And I had finally gotten my hands on a working original Nintendo. And because I didn't have one, I started with the Super Nintendo. And then when I found out that there was more systems, I was pissed. And I was so determined. So when we would go to our weekly flea market trips when I was a kid, we'd go to the flea market like almost every Saturday because my parents like to bargain hunt. And I found one that worked finally after buying like two that didn't. And I was pissed. Those are my pennies. You know, I worked hard for these pennies. And I found one, and then it came with DuckTales. And so my first experience with the NES was DuckTales and Duck Hunt. So these two fucking duck games. But they added a lot more like little things and like actual cutscenes and like actual dialogue and stuff like that. The artwork looks really good compared to the original, obviously. But they kept a lot of the same like elements, like especially with the music. And the worst level is the moon level. I fucking hate that level. Fuck that level. And but the music was still there, and it starts out the exact same, and then it slowly goes into like a modernized version of it, and it was just kind of this nice transition.
What's bad about the moon level?
It just sucks. It's hard.
Oh.
It's really difficult, and then there's the very last level, which is actually probably worse, and because there's one-shot mechanics, so. And you go through these multiple levels, and you only have 3 lives, and you have to beat a boss at the end of the level, just like any other fucking old school shit, right?
Yeah.
And it, like, sucks, because there's, like, these one-hit mechanics, and you could get, like, fucked. So some of the same things that were, like, issues, like, there's these chains, and jumping between these chains was, like, a nightmare on the Nintendo. And it still is a nightmare on the fucking remastered version. And I was literally screaming because I lost 3 lives on these fucking chains. And I couldn't get through it. I'm like, I just wasted everything on these fucking chains. Like, it made me so tilted. I was, like, pissed.
Did DuckTales just come out? Like the remaster?
I think it came out. I don't remember. I can maybe look it up real fast. I think it came out.
That's fine.
Either last year or the year before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's been out a while. I thought it had, but I couldn't remember if I read that it came out or if it was coming out.
But yeah, I played Minecraft, which is like no big deal, but it's kind of nice to kind of get back into it. But other than that, that's all I really played this week. I didn't play much.
Okay.
I know.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
It is 1,000% more than I played. Because I swear to fucking Christ, I didn't play a single second of single player games this week.
Oh no! We'll talk about.
But you know what I did do?
I know what you kind of did.
Yeah, you did. You do know. Some people don't know. I played League of Legends.
How was your first experience with League of Legends?
I feel like I'm a god, and it's easy peasy. You know, that game is easy.
It's a lot faster than Dota, right?
Well, it's very interesting because I think that Dota's much more complex.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing, so it makes League of Legends, like, getting into it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And the pacing of the games is very slow. Like, the match itself feels slow. But once you get into a fight in League of Legends, you can kill people so fast. So team fights happen super
really
rapidly.
Quick. Yeah.
But in Dota, it's like it can drag on for like a minute, you know?
Yeah.
So, I like that because if you play like a nuker, you can just like take somebody out fucking immediately, and it feels great.
Right.
Feels great.
Yeah, because like I played both. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I played both, and because League of Legends came out right before Dota 2, or like right around the same time as Dota 2. I can't even honestly remember. So I was playing both at the same time, and I would play like Dota with a certain group of friends, and then I would play League of Legends with a different group of friends.
Yeah.
And like bouncing back and forth between the two games was difficult, but I always noticed that League of Legends was faster, the stuns were shorter, and like fights, like you said, did happen in like an instant, and you're just like, fuck.
Yeah. And that part is hard to get used to as a new player because you don't know what everyone's going to do to you, right? So
right.
A bunch of spells happen in 4 seconds. You're like, whoa, what was that? So I feel like predicting what the enemy is trying to do to you is going to be much more important. But I don't even know the fucking champ names. So
you're like that.
I know
dude
like
over
I know
there.
like 8 of them. Yeah. And here's the fucking thing, all right? League of Legends, get your fucking UX shit together. The user experience playing that game is fucking terrible. Number 1, why do loads take 800 fucking years? Your game is nowhere near as complicated as Dota, yet I never run into that problem in Dota. Why does loading take 100 years? Don't know. The other problem is that first of all, there's 2 separate clients. There's two separate executables, both called League of Legends, which is fucking insane. The little launcher where you pick your fucking runes and your champion, like your game mode and shit, and then you launch the game, and then you get in and start picking and fucking play the game. But why do we need 2? Why can't it just be like an overlay in the game? I don't understand.
Oh, I didn't realize it's 2 separate things running. So that means they have to communicate. That means there's a chance of them failing. So that's probably why the load times suck.
It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And the other client isn't doing anything while you're in there. It just goes, you're still in a match. If you like tab out and look at it. What? Yeah, I know. That's not useful. It must be like some sort of archaic fucking technology they thought was a good idea, and then they just went too deep in, and it's too expensive to fix. That has to be what it is.
It's like Battlefield using the browser to launch your game into the server.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
God.
Yeah.
That was the worst
Ridiculous.
decision they've ever made.
Yeah. So dumb. That was Battlefield 3, right?
That was Battlefield 2 that started.
Oh, Battlefield 3 was also like that.
Yeah. That's when it started,
what?
and they just kept it going.
That's so ridiculous. I think it's finally not like that, but
Thank God.
wow.
It was so stupid. Yeah, like
I forgot about that. That is a good point. That was terrible.
oh my God. Yeah.
At least in Battlefield, you're in there for like a long time. Like if you're in a server, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you could stay in a server for a long ass time, and then you don't have to like server hop. But if you're like me that has ADD and server hops, it's atrocious.
Yeah. Well, the one place that I can let it go is like the 5M or whatever it's called, the GTA 5 mod launcher.
Oh,
because it's a mod, right?
Yeah,
it's not
modded.
It's not
different.
The game,
it's not actually a part of the game.
Yeah.
It's like Nexus mods and shit like that, or even like Twitch launcher mod, you know?
Yeah. So the most egregious fucking offense as far as the user experience in League of Legends is the fact that there is no way for me to easily find out what heroes I'm facing. No way. You might
you
think,
can't see
press
the enemy
tab.
team?
All you have to do is press tab. Yeah. That's assuming I know which fucking icons match the models in the game, dude.
Oh, no.
Because you hover over it and it'll tell you the hero name, but I don't know what they fucking look like in the game. A lot of the time, the art looks very different to the fucking model.
Yeah.
So it's a guessing game. And it's like,
yikes.
why? In Dota, they have the option to either show the player name or the character name.
Yeah.
Why not do that? That's fucking phenomenal. In this, it's like either player name or nothing.
Player name or die.
Yeah. So there's like a couple things that make it really annoying to get into.
Fuck, that's so dumb. Sorry, buddy. But at least you're
Speaking
having fun,
of DuckTales,
right?
by the way, I just I'm having a lot of fun.
That's good.
Yeah. Speaking of DuckTales, fucking Tom and Jerry was trending for a second. Although my browser just refreshed and it's not anywhere. Fucking old ass cartoons.
Tom and Jerry?
Tom and Jerry, yeah, like the cat and the mouse.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
Fucking
I'll have to
Twitter.
look up. So's Hookers for Jesus.
Yes! Hookers for Jesus. Should be sex workers for Jesus? Come on, it's 2020. Get your shit together.
Nah, they can take the word back. Fuck them.
Fuck
Own
'em,
it.
literally.
You know? Yeah. Fuck them for money.
Well, some do prefer to be called sex workers, but...
I don't give a shit. Who fucking gives a shit?
Damn, I do. Anyway.
Who fucking gives a shit?
I do. Anyway,
I prefer not to be called fat. Happens all the time. Who gives a shit?
That's just between you and your doctor.
Never
did you
been
play
to a
anything
doctor.
else
Why
this
do you
week?
think I'm fat? So I've just been, I mean, there's not really much to say, but
Yeah.
I will reiterate that the Modern Warfare, the 2v2 mode is
Yep.
so goddamn good. Gunfight. Me and my buddy play all the time, just like a couple rounds at a time, because it's like so low effort. There's no, you don't rank up. Well, I mean, there's like leveling your Call of Duty profile or whatever, but we're not playing ranked. Like there's no MMR or ELO, so it's just like kind of a casual jump in thing, and it's really nice for that.
It's fun. It's chill. It's whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
But at the same time, highly competitive. We get really fucking into it. But it only
That's
lasts.
how it is for PUBG for me too.
You know,
so.
like it only lasts like 10 minutes, so it's great. So yeah, that's me, all multiplayer all the time.
Yep, gives me time to catch up. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. You've already fucking. You're only one behind.
I know, and I have DuckTales with one boss. That's all I gotta do. One boss. It's right there.
I'm hyperventilating.
Good. Okay, so let's go into the news. You ready?
All right.
You
I mean,
ready?
you know what? I'm ready.
Okay, good. I want to talk about a couple little things really quick. I wanted to give a good nod to Obsidian for selling more than 2 million copies officially of The Outer Worlds, and that coming to the Switch soon, and it just launched on the other the consoles officially and all that shit, and it's going swimmingly and stuff like that. And they didn't expect to sell this much. This is past their expectations because they were so nervous with that Xbox Game Pass. But they're like, well, we want to give our games so much exposure, but it didn't even matter because at the end of the day, they ended up selling fucking 2 million goddamn copies.
Yeah.
It makes me happy, obviously, because hopefully we see more from them.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's probably the right move when it's a new IP and people aren't that sure about it, and you're very sure that it's a good game. I obviously disagree. But a lot of people like it, and they're fun. They're allowed to, obviously, those hookers. But I think it's the right call. If you back if you're confident in your game and it's new and doesn't have that much exposure, throw it on one of those fucking services. Why not?
Yeah, right. But
get that word of mouth going.
Gotta get that.
Word of mouth. Word of mouth is a
word of mouth.
Ludacris album name. Did you know that?
Word of mouth.
Mouth. Yeah.
Mouth.
It's a good album name.
That's funny. Counter-Strike Go beat its all-time concurrent players peak yesterday. Sunday, the 9th of February.
I wonder why yesterday.
I don't know.
Is something going on in CSGO?
I honestly don't know. I just saw that it peaked, and that when peaks like that happen in a video game, they tend to spike even more, so they're expecting it to spike up again later this week.
So, I know you like PUBG and some Battle Royale stuff. Did you ever get into Counter-Strike at all?
I played Cal, and I played fucking Scrub Tiers, yeah. Back in 1.6.
1.6, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, long time ago, because I'm old, remember?
Right. No, I don't remember. It's just, even back then, I tried it back then. I tried it when CSGO came out. I just, there's just something about it I fucking hate. And I
can't do it anymore.
I think it's the round-based shit. I just don't want to wait around that long. I die real fast because I'm bad, and I just don't want to wait around.
Oh, yeah. That Call of Duty definitely is your calling then, because, PUBG, is way different, because, it is kind of a round base, but
yeah, but you don't have to wait around.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you have teammates, I guess, but
yeah, just play solo dolo, jump pachinki every time. Pachinki's my city. So America, fuck yeah, got world first.
Are they doing another team fight? Or Team America?
Team America? I have no fucking clue.
Oh.
But we're going to talk about World of Warcraft for 2.5 seconds because I get to shit on the guild I hate the most.
5 seconds? Okay.
Method didn't get world first this time. This other guild that's from America! Hell yeah. What?
Is this general information that people know, or do you have to be a
kind of? So Method is probably one of the biggest guilds and has been top dog, but they're from the EU and they've been top dog for literally years. But within the past couple of years, they've kind of gotten shit on recently. So Limit beat them in world first for the last raid, and then the fucking GM and the raid leader as jokes literally went onto their website and bought world first Method and this raid t-shirts for his entire guild as a joke, right? Because Method is so fucking full of themselves, right? So on Twitch during WoW Classic, when WoW Classic launched, everybody was talking about Method and how they were going to be world first, and it was race to world first, getting down fucking Molten Core again. And they were so fucking behind, and this other group called Apes or some shit came out of nowhere, and they're like, hey, we're raiding. We're doing Molten Core right now. And they didn't have people who were not even full 60, and they didn't even have a full raid, and they got it. Meanwhile, Method is fucking around at level 40. And everybody makes fun of them. So they've just been slowly, fucking descending off of this throne that they were on for so long, and it just makes me so happy.
Okay, so they're like the Patriots of WoW.
Yeah, they're the Patriots of WoW. Yeah, that's
People
actually
are just
a really good comparison.
Sick of them winning.
Yeah. So this new guild called Limit, they're from America. They didn't get world first on all of the bosses, but they got the last bit of them. They didn't get the first 4, but they got everything else after that. And they just they dominated. They broke the meta, and they did some crazy ass shit, but it's kind of crazy. It's the only time I get pumped for WoW anymore.
Do you watch that shit, or do you
I
just
do.
read about it? Okay.
No, I do.
Well.
I had them pulled up on a monitor, and I was just watching them, and it was kind of cool because Method is so no comms, quiet comms. You only do call outs. Certain people should be talking, and everybody else should be shut the fuck up, basically.
Yeah.
But Limit was way laid back. They were cracking jokes the whole time. They were listening to fucking Tool Sober, which is my all-time favorite Tool song, while they took down the boss, while they got server first, and you can hear them all screaming, and then there's fucking Maynard James Keenan in the background screaming Sober. It was probably my favorite fucking moment, but yeah. Anyway,
Neat.
yeah, that ended up being way longer than 1 second. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I ask questions, and I deserve it.
Are you saying that was punishment? Listening
No.
to me?
No. I did not. I very specifically did not say that.
I'm kidding. I'm
It's in the
fucking with you.
ballpark.
Oh,
that,
god
though.
damn it. I'm sorry. I'll get better at my torture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's deep dive into some other news. Our BFFs at Activision.
Yeah, the homies. What's up?
The homies.
What's up, Keith,
that
and
fucking
executive?
Blizzard.
Yeah, what's up?
They announced several remastered plans after, this wonderful, amazing launch that Warcraft 3 Reforged has done. They announced, and it's all mobile shit. It's like Candy Crush. It's potentially a Crash Bandicoot, a Crash Bandicoot remake, but it's all gonna be on the phone.
Wait,
yeah.
they own Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, it's Activision.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
They gobbled everybody up. They redid
Bandicoot.
Spyro, and
Huh.
Spyro was great. But now they're
Yeah.
like, hey, we're gonna milk everything that we fucking can, and we're gonna put it on a phone so we can charge you all these little fucking fees. Ah, look, your Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot's blue. Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, I'm sure there's an audience that wants that.
Right.
But and I don't know. I'm kind of in the camp of let mobile do what mobile does. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's just when we're not getting other shit because of it, that's when it starts to be it's not very good. Don't do that.
That's kind of where Activision's going, and
Yeah.
Blizzard's going, and it's just
Yep.
kind of this weird, sad downward spiral. So
I think I'm okay saying goodbye to Activision Blizzard. Fuck you guys. What was the last thing they put out that I give a shit about?
Overwatch.
Well, I mean, I guess they put out Call of Duty.
Oh, they did put out Blops. Yeah.
Well, Modern Warfare.
Oh,
I
did
didn't.
they do
Blops
Modern
was
Warfare
terrible.
too?
Yeah, I mean that's Blizzard. It's Activision.
Oh, it is Activision. Fuck.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was good. That was actually good. Really, really good.
I
They didn't
hated
do any
Blops.
fucky shit with the microtransactions. They made a really good campaign. 2v2 mode's so good.
2v2 mode.
So, I mean, I don't know. If it's just I don't know. I'm not
It's a
ready to
lot of-
write off Activision, but Blizzard is I don't know.
I don't
Who
know.
is still hanging onto their Blizzard stock at this point?
Yeah, it's just kind of weird because a lot of them that they announced are gonna be doing fucking mobiles, and they did. like a lot of people are speculating maybe potential return and remakes of the original Black Ops, and everybody really wants a Diablo 2 remastered, but after Warcraft 3 Reforged show,
I wouldn't buy it sight unseen for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would wait for sure.
Right? And like everything, like now it's so interesting how like over the past year I've become distrusting of certain companies. Blizzard now being one of them.
It's like everyone. Like who's even like CD Projekt is like the only one that I'm like, I'll probably still buy your game day one.
Oh, you don't have it pre-ordered?
No, that one not yet, but I will. I'll definitely pre-order it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But it's like the only one. Like even,
right?
I mean, I'm gonna buy Dragon Age 4 day one because I'm gonna play it no matter, like even if it's a piece of fucking garbage. But other than that,
crying to BioWare's fucking grave, you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna ride that. I'm gonna go down with that ship, you know.
Yeah, that's fair, but
although not every piece of it, because I didn't go down with Anthem.
Anthem. We'll talk about that later. But
okay.
So Diablo, don't you have a fucking phone? Released.
I have two phones actually. Should I buy the game twice?
You should buy the game twice then.
Okay.
So they finally released some gameplay trailers because it's in very early alpha testing right now.
What's it called? Diablo Immortal?
Diablo Immortal. It's for your fucking phone. And I'm not even gonna lie, it kind of looks like Diablo 3 on your fucking phone.
Well, that's what the criticism was the first time the trailers came out.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like Diablo 3.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, they were trying to pass it off as, like, something different, and now I think they're just kind of coming to terms. It's like, yeah, it's Diablo 3, but it's on your phone, so it's going to be different.
Yeah.
And it's going to have
here's
a different story.
Okay, listen, you guys, listen. It's not going to be just Diablo 3, right? Because we wouldn't do that to you. It's going to be Diablo 3, but shittier and harder to control. Doesn't that sound fun?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
But it's between Blizzard and this Chinese dev called NetEase, and they've been cooperating with this company for a long time. So this is like China. This is part of the reason why the whole fucking shit show at the beginning or the end of last year with Blizzard and fucking Free Hong Kong and stuff. So they're heavily invested with this other company that helps them. But the thing is, like, one of the things that I noticed and like everybody jokes about, which is still kind of true and kind of fucked up, is China censors a lot of black people out of things.
What?
So yeah, it's this whole thing, and like
what? Give me an example. What?
Okay, perfect example is Black Panther, the Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So their version over there looks a little different than our version, and the posters that they did to do over there, they covered up his face, and they covered his face as much as possible.
Oh. To
show that he's not black, you know.
But in the movie, he's black.
Yeah.
What? Well, that just seems like that pleases no one.
But it's like a thing,
because what that does is is get people to go see a movie who don't want to see a black person, and then the people who go to see that movie for that reason go, "What the fuck? You bamboozled me." There's a black guy in this movie, and it pisses off the people who are like, "Hey, that's really fucked up. Don't fucking do that." It's like, who the fuck is that for?
But it's been happening for years within the movie industry.
That's
and it's
so weird.
It's been happening in the gaming industry for like a long time. That's why there's no witch doctor.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's about magic.
Version.
That's definitely about witchcraft.
Why is there a necromancer?
I don't know, but it must be like a call to a specific.
No.
You think so? Really?
Yes, I honestly think that. Yeah. And like, if you look at the game trailer,
I'll look it up after this, but I guarantee you, there's a different side to this argument.
I'll send you some stuff about Chinese censorship.
That's fine.
They probably came up with some.
Because they also banned Winnie the Pooh, and he's not black. Like, they do a lot of weird shit, and it's not all about race. I fucking promise. I'm sure some of it is, for sure.
But so I've seen all the characters. There's the necromancer. There's every character so far, but I haven't seen a fucking witch doctor in Diablo Immortal.
Right.
Because they're going.
Well, they don't even have it now in Diablo 3, right? I thought they took it out.
What? The witch doctor?
Yeah.
So their excuse for not having the witch doctor on the Chinese version was because the Chinese servers couldn't handle all of the minions.
Oh.
And then as soon as the necromancer patch came out, everybody was concerned about that again. But nope, they rolled it out just fine, and there's never been an issue with all of the minions for the necromancers. So it's just like, okay. Like, I understand, and they censored the necromancers because they don't do skulls and all that shit. Like, that's fine, I get that. And, like, the skeletons look different. Same with the undead in World of Warcraft. That's always been something that's, like, happened. And, like, censorship is such a huge thing, but it's just kind of this weird fucking bullshit that makes me, But, as soon as I started looking into this again, I was like, oh, there's no fucking witch doctor.
Well, if they don't have it now in Diablo 3, why would they do it for the mobile one?
I don't know.
Why be surprised by that? That's so weird.
Oh, your phone's not going to be able to handle all those minions. Anyway.
Why don't they just make the witch doctor white?
We're going to hell. We're so getting canceled.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. You could make him. You could make him Asian.
Oh my god. Okay. So some sad news. So System Shock 3, which I've been so hyped about because I love System Shock 1 and 2, which are fucking phenomenal games. Mm-hmm. There's a rumor going around that there's bad things happening. So the team is no longer employed by the other side entertainment company. They've only been with them for like 5 months, and they got picked up with them. And since being picked up by this other company, so they can like finish this game, like a bunch of staff has left, including like developer leads, the writer, director, programmer lead, and like designer, director have all left. And like last March during the GDC, they showed a bunch of trailers explaining how they moved to the Unity engine and like showed this like beautiful scary game. But with this being said and them leaving or not, they're like no longer being employed by this company. We might not see this game, and it kind of like bums me out. But at the same time, it's just also kind of terrifying. I think what happened was it was the small indie team, just kind of like No Man's Sky, and the guy at Hello Games. It was a small indie team. They showed this amazing trailer, and it drove up the expectations. And because they're so small, and it led to like, you know, them having to do crazy ass shit in order to like meet expectations. And the company was just like, no, we don't want to deal with this anymore. And I think they just
Are you like guessing at some of that, or is that just like reported?
That's kind of what has been speculated, because like this whole article that I sent you, from the Video Games Chronicle, this is all leaked. Okay. This is all leaked by somebody anonymous. Okay. But up until this, a lot of those like I said, the lead developer and like all those other people, they have reported that they've left the company.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the self-awareness. If they're literally like, people were expecting us to make something different and we can't do that, maybe just don't give it to them. Right. Yeah. There could also be other problems like mismanagement and shit like that, because in the business world there's like a a saying or like just something that's known where it's like if your company is going down, you lose the best people first. So once the best people start leaving, other people start leaving, and it's like it's just like obviously it sucks to not get System Shock 3, but really it doesn't mean we're not getting System Shock 3. It just means it's not right now. And maybe that's for the best for X, Y, or Z.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll try to break off and like try to reclaim it or like publish it as something else, Who knows? Cuz like look at the case of Obsidian in Outer Worlds. Obsidian said, "Hey, we loved doing Fallout New Vegas. Can we make another one?" And Bethesda said, "No, fuck you," because they were mad that they made a better Fallout than them.
That's highly editorialized, and I don't believe you.
I know you like 3 over Fallout New Vegas. That's fair.
Well, I don't buy that a studio's like, you made us a lot of money. We're not going to let you make us a lot of money anymore. I don't think they have that kind of ego.
I don't know. I think sometimes they can.
I bet it.
And
I don't know. I know you're mad at Todd.
Why did you think they said no?
Why do I mean, it could be a billion different things. Obsidian could want like an obscene amount of money to do it. Like
fair.
The negotiations could break down at any step. You have no idea. It could still be Bethesda making the wrong call, but I don't think them being pouty is the reason.
I'm gonna say they were pouty.
Yeah, I know. That's because that's the way you feel about things, and I get it.
This is an opinionated podcast about loose news, okay?
Yeah, loose news.
This is some loose news.
It's a good episode to have the hooker talk on. It's loose news.
That's why I said that.
That's funny.
I'm gonna crack open this.
There's so many. By the way, there's so many contenders for title of the podcast already.
Oh, I know. I was thinking about that too. But
usually I'm like, fuck, I have to re-listen to the podcast and find out. I'm like, I have like 8 written down already.
Amazing. Great. I love you. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of bummed because like there was so much and now we might not even see this game. It might go in the way of fucking like back to Blizzard's Ghost or like any of the other fucking millions of games that never get finished.
Who knows? We've spent a lot of time on this.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Next. I'm sorry. Am I taking too much time?
Just for System Shock, like we don't know. Like I have no idea. I have no idea why it's not being made. And
okay, so
I do stick to the take that it might be a good thing that we're not getting it right now. Like I would much rather cancel a project than have a fucking terrible ass System Shock 3,
Yeah, so let's talk about games that may rise up.
Mm-hmm.
So that BioWare Anthem update that you sent me from their blog.
Yes, from Mr. Casey Hudson himself.
Mr. Casey Hudson himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting that like everybody is No Man's Sky in it, kind of like this redemption arc and like trying to rise out from the ashes of their shit that they've like produced. And like it'll be interesting to see because they said we're listening to you, we hear you, we understand the frustration, we're just as frustrated.
I hope they realize that we're, how do I say this without being sexist? Women don't want you to fix their problems, they just want you to listen to them. You've heard that, right?
Yes.
I hope they understand that that's not us. We don't just want to be heard. We want you to fucking do something. BioWare.
Fix our problems.
Yes. Fix your problems, really.
Right?
Not you, but the Anthem's
problems. Yeah. Well, that's why what's his face from Sean Green from No Man's Sky did. So when they had their disastrous launch, the studio went dark for like 3 months, and he had everything directed to him. Right?
You told the story already. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have.
That's
but
okay.
Like,
it's a good story.
it is so interesting, but like him actually taking the data and analyzing everyone's complaints is so powerful. And like hopefully Anthem, if they wanted to succeed like No Man's Sky did, like nobody's done that before. And
well, yeah,
right,
I don't think so. I was like,
exactly.
well, yeah, I guess not. I don't.
Not
that's the big one that everyone always thinks of.
Right? Well,
okay. No. The first one to do that was Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. But look at what they did. They did exactly the same thing. They went to the forums, they talked directly to the people, and they're like, hey, how can we fix this? How can we make
they
this
just
a
collect
better
data
experience?
about what's wrong and fix it. Which is funny that it doesn't happen in games that often, because in the software world, like business software and fucking, that happens all the time. It happens all the time, and it's like almost expected.
Right. Like when I was doing accounting and we were using this shitty ass program called Mass 90, whenever there was an issue, I would fucking shoot an email, and then literally like 4 weeks later we would get an update fixing this issue.
Yeah.
Specifically for our office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like it's just interesting because like I know like my team was small. It was only like a staff of like 8. But if the mass consensus is asking for something, why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be the mass consensus, because like if X number of people are reporting it, probably way more than that are experiencing it.
Probably, right?
So yeah, it's not that difficult. Obviously, games are very big, complex moving parts, especially in MMO. The fact that they did that is unbelievable. But on a more micro, I don't know what they're gonna do with Anthem though, because there's nothing in that says we're gonna build it up from the ground. Well, they did say that originally. I didn't read this entire one just now, but I've heard nothing specific about what it could become. When No Man's Sky was being redone, there were a lot of specific things about what they were going to address and stuff like that. So the communication was a lot more succinct and specific, you know?
Yeah.
This is more like, we definitely want to fix things. And it's like, that's a good place to start, but what do you mean? What are the things you're going to fix specifically? Do they know what's wrong with their game? Are they listening to people like you said? I don't know.
We don't know.
I haven't checked. I have not checked the forums for this game.
I'm scared to go look at the forums.
Or the Reddit. Nothing happens on forums, right? It's all Reddit.
I mean, yeah, most people don't have forums anymore because Reddit's there.
Yeah.
But like old school games like World of Warcraft still has forums and stuff. But
yeah, and those are big enough, right?
Right. But I mean, like other games have, like the only 2 references that I can kind of do that are recent is the whole Final Fantasy project was the remake. The reason why it's taken us like 6 years to get that game is that it was scrapped originally back in 2018. The whole project was scrapped.
Oh, you're talking about the Final Fantasy VII remake?
The Final Fantasy VII remake.
Or whatever the fuck they're doing. Yeah. That makes sense.
So,
and sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah. Should have never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a new one that's happening now, which is Metroid 4. It was supposed to come out on the Wii U 2 years ago.
Who does Metroid
like a year and a half ago?
Is that
Nintendo?
Is it?
Metroid, yes. Like Samus.
Okay.
And it's been a long ass time since a Metroid game. The last one that I could think of was that shit show Metroid Other M or some shit, and it was garbage.
I know some people who like that a lot. Actually.
I have no fucking clue how people like that game. It had been years since I played a Metro game. I was so excited, and I remember getting that game day one and taking it home, and I'm like, why is this bitch constantly obsessed with the baby? She's never been obsessed with the baby before. And talking about the mother, are they just trying to say that Samus's biological clock is ticking? Is she baby crazy? Why are you talking about baby shit? It made me so angry. I didn't even finish it. That's how mad it made me.
Did you play the 3DS one that came out in 2017?
No.
Okay. I heard
I've been
very good
so
things
mad.
about that one.
I
Also,
need to get a 3DS.
Who
That's
the
part of
fuck was releasing 3DS games in 2017?
it. Yeah. Well, was the Switch out?
I'm pretty
When did the
fucking
Switch
sure
come
it
out?
was.
Fuck. I don't know. I'm really bad with consoles now. I literally have come to the
Yeah,
realization
it was.
of doing
Well,
this podcast.
okay.
Was it at the end or the beginning of the
Let's see.
Switch?
When did this come out? It came out in September. So it came out in September, the year that the Switch came out in March.
Oh, so it was already in production.
Obviously it was in production, but maybe they did port it. I don't know, but still, it's like
Maybe.
They should know their roadmap a little better than that, right?
Yeah, especially if you're Nintendo. Well, Nintendo now does outside development because like Nintendo games all used to be done in house.
Oh, that's true.
And
Yeah.
now it's not. But like Metroid 4 was supposed to come on the Wii U, and now it's being ported to the Switch, and now it's being delayed, and everybody's saying that it's going to be another No Man's Sky experience potentially because, yeah, that's what I saw on Reddit all morning, and everybody freaking the fuck out. I'm like, oh my god, they're still making Metroid games.
Yeah.
I felt like a fucking monster, but after Other M, I got so pissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I guess, like you said with this back to the System Shock thing, canceling games and then hopefully them coming out better later on. You know, hopefully we don't get a Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
That's the whole like fear with Half-Life 3 and like the ending that they left it on with those episodes, which you need to fucking play.
I do.
Portz.
I think I'm gonna play that this week, actually.
All right, I'll fucking nag you.
Okay.
I'll send you.
There's
DMs
so many
and be
things
like,
I need
hey,
to play.
Portz, did you play Half-Life?
There's so many things I need to play.
You need to at least play the last episode because you don't know the pain that I've held on to for fucking 10 years. Years.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like there was a rumor with Zelda Twilight Princess that same thing happened to that game too. They got halfway done with it and they didn't like it.
Was
and
Twilight Princess the Wii and GameCube one?
Yes.
Okay.
It was trying to save the GameCube and it didn't happen. And so that's when it went to the Wii.
You know what I kind of miss? And I
What?
didn't play it or buy it or any of that shit, but
The Wii?
no, like the weird additions of games on the Wii U. Like the fucking Arkham Armored edition of Arkham City. Like just like the stupid way they tried to remarket games.
Oh my
And the fact that
no.
Zombie U became a multi-platform game called Zombie with the E missing. That kind of shit I live for. It's just so stupid to me.
Fucking A. Oh no.
It would have been equally, probably more stupid to just be like Zombie U on the Steam.
Zombie. Oof.
Video games are fucking weird. We don't know what the fuck
Video
we're
games
doing.
are fucking weird, which is perfect to go into this next segue
Okay.
about walking simulators.
That's not how a segue works. That's a perfect thing to go into a segue
you.
about this thing that I didn't even segue into.
Shut up. I don't care. I'm on White Claw number 2.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You might.
I'm fucking ahead of you now.
You probably are because I've scaled back, you know?
Well, that's because you're a pussy.
So,
Anyway.
one thing I want to address real quick. Walking Simulator the
Yes.
Tag has been on Steam for fucking ever.
Really? I've never seen it once.
Yeah, it's on, like, I remember seeing it for the first time when the mod of, not the mod. Remember the mod, Dear Esther, and then it became a real game?
Oh, yeah.
That's the first place I saw it, and that was, like, fucking 6 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I own Dear Esther, and I need to play it. I've never.
Oh, that would be a very easy win for you, because that is, like, an hour and a half.
There's 2. I have Dear Esther Landmark Edition, and then I have Dear
That doesn't
Esther.
count.
Which one?
I don't know. Probably Landmark. I don't know.
It's funny because, like, I don't see any of the tags on here. I'm looking at the store right now.
They may have changed because they're community tags, so they get like assigned and shit.
Oh, silly. Really? Okay. That's funny because, yeah. So Walking Simulator is becoming more and more popular, including the one that just came to Steam, the infamous Stranding type game, is now considered a fucking walking simulator.
Oh.
It's now available for pre-purchase on Steam. Not to like.
What the hell's the game called?
Death Stranding.
Oh, it's on Steam?
It's pre-order on Steam officially now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying somebody was trying to like make a Stranding-like game.
No.
I'm like, oh my god.
The biggest one.
I can't. Whoever does it, markets their game as a Stranding game. I'm gonna kiss them on the fucking lips.
Right.
I don't care who it is or what they look like. It's happening with their consent, obviously. But it's me, so they're gonna want to.
But yeah, it's always funny because that was a joke in PUBG that we would have when we would have to chase the fucking circle and be like, oh, Walking Simulator 2020 or Walking Simulator 2018, whatever the fuck we were actually playing that game. But apparently it's a huge thing, and now it's like blowing up, and a lot of people love it. And there's like competitions with these walking simulators.
Competitions?
And how good are you at a walking simulator?
What? How do you be good? The whole point of a walking simulator is to just consume it.
Right?
What?
It's just, you're supposed to enjoy the thing. It's like, well, how fast can you do this?
That's
how fast can you do this?
so
And stuff like
dumb.
that. And
That's
it's
like
kind of speed
That's
run.
like going for a walk, and you're like, how fast can we finish our walk? It's like, well, I don't know. If you want, I could just go out of the house and come back.
It's literally been my favorite thing that I found on like Reddit, and like I found it on Polygon originally, and then I like deep dive into Reddit, and like everybody's like, well, I beat this and this, and like I walk this fast, and it's like, are you talking about real life or a fucking video game? It's like, if you're worried about like competing about walking in a video game, maybe you should go actually walk outside. What is wrong with you?
That is the appeal of like Fitbit and shit, where it keeps track and you compete against other people, and people like gamey shit, man.
Yeah, well, a lot of people like to be competitive, and it's that type A personality that they go after. It's like people like me who are just like, oh, I have to be more steps than you, and like
I think yes, it's like most benefits those kind of people, or like most appeals to those people. But I'm way less like that, and I still am like, like sort of competing with myself, or like just I like watching numbers go up. That's basically it.
Yeah, I think most people like numbers going up.
Yeah,
because
my theory is that is the entirety of video games. Numbers going up.
Oh shit!
It's not my theory. It's Jeff Gerstmann's theory, but I adhere to it strongly.
Can I steal a joke and say it's my own?
Yes.
Fitbits are basically Tamagotchis of yourself that you're keeping yourself alive.
Yeah,
Fuck, I fucked that
I would
all up.
Definitely laugh at that if you told it better, and if I knew what a Tamagotchi was.
You don't know what the fuck a Tamagotchi is?
I have no idea.
I guess you weren't a girl in the 90s. Fair enough.
Not in the 90s, no.
No. I don't think ever, Portz. But that's fair.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to be the pretty girl? Do you want to be Cloud?
Sometimes I do.
Oh my god, that's right. You've never played Final Fantasy VII.
Not as of right now, no.
So, okay, here's my last little conjecture of news and stuff, even though it's kind of old news. They released more trailer and more footage from Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it shows Cloud, and there's this whole scene where you have to seduce this dude, and this dude, he's a shady, slimy sleazeball, and like you as Cloud can dress up as a woman, and you go in with Aerith and Tifa, and they finally showed what Cloud looks like in drag, and it's literally just Cloud with a braid and a dress. There's like no effort into like making him like.
Is it elaborate
curly
in the original?
Yeah, because, like, well, I mean, not in the original because it was PlayStation 1 and the graphics were shit, but you still, like, had a dress, and you still, like, you would get all this makeup, and you would go on a quest to get all this stuff to, like, have this dude choose you, and if you had him choose you, it was a better for your fight. Because you ended up fighting this fucker or some shit. Like, it ended up being better if Cloud was chosen over Aerith or Tifa.
That sounds great.
I forgot why. But yeah, and like, they showed him dancing with the sleazeball as like, and he doesn't even do anything to disguise his voice, and it's, it's so bad. It's just like, I'm like,
why would they even show that part? That's so weird.
Because it's like one of the best parts in the first disc.
Yeah, I know, but
it's
so they
ruined it.
Didn't to like friends and family who played the game first or something like.
I don't know. It looks so bad and it looks so good
hilarious.
At the same time.
Maybe that's. Like, I mean, maybe that's the part of it. You know, it does seem like kind of a campy ass game.
Yeah, I like. It's still the lines that he says to Aerith at the beginning is like, "You should stay away from me. I'm a dangerous man." And it's just like, oh fuck, he's still edgy as shit. Fuck. I hate it and I love it. I'm still going to avoid playing it because I just don't want it to ruin what I had.
You think it would?
It's that whole, like, rose-tinted glasses. You know, when you look back on something fondly and you've, like... It's like when somebody who's a horrible person dies and you're like, oh, I guess they weren't so bad.
I've never done that.
A lot of people do it with... A lot of people do it with politicians and stuff like that.
I would never do that.
Or like when they leave office and they're like, he wasn't so bad. He's not as bad as blah, blah, blah. And like, it's just shit like that. It's that rose-tinted glasses. Yeah. It's like, it's
you want to preserve that feeling? Even though you know it's not true?
Yeah.
Weird.
I know.
Huh.
I know.
Okay.
I guess I'm a weird
You're a weak person. That's what you are.
When it comes to my video games. Look, listen.
No, yeah. What?
Yeah. What?
Listen, what?
I'll probably still play.
Okay. There you go. Ruin it. If you don't, I will.
I mean, I'll probably watch somebody else play it first, and then eventually I'll play it probably down the road. I'll probably watch you play it and fucking
I don't know if I'll play
dialogue, and I'll be like, see?
I really would like to, because I think it's interesting to get that perspective on the game that's that old and is being remastered and not having the context for the first game. But then, isn't that game like 90 fucking hours long?
It's just the first disc. It's only the first disc.
Well, can I count it as a...
All three discs are 90 hours.
Can I count it as one game, the first disc? Okay.
Sure.
All right, then I'll play it.
Because the next game isn't going to be released.
So what is it, like 30 years? Or 30 years? 30 hours?
It's 30 hours maybe, if that. You could beat the game if you just play the game. But the thing is, like, so the combat's going to be a lot different than the original. And in the original, you just had to grind out levels and stuff.
I hope it's not like that. Oh, God. I hate that shit.
I don't think it's going to be like that anymore. Because not a lot of people want to deal with that shit anymore. People don't have fucking time for that shit anymore.
No, they do not.
There's not psychotic people like me who go and get a Knights of the Round Table and then grind that thing to max because you're fucking psycho and you hate yourself.
Wow.
But yeah,
that's intense.
It's one of the it's pretty bad.
Well, that was a full.
Really
this is a full episode, I think. It's got holy shit, so much in it. Best so value podcast in my opinion. It's so dense. It's not that long, but it's dense.
So many opinions.
Oh,
so many
flung. Towing the line of what's okay to say.
We're gonna get canceled.
Funny. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Portz.
Thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see you next Thursday. Where can people find you actually before I do that?
People can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Evil Space Bunny.
The Gram?
Where can they find?
Do people call it the Gram or Insta?
I call it Insta. Okay. Whatever. It's whatever.
If you have to ask,
Portz.
If you have to ask,
I'm asking where the fuck they can find you.
They can find me literally.
Yeah.
On twitch.tv/therealportz. I cannot believe you didn't know that.
What about the Twitter?
Same
the
thing.
bird.
Twitter, the real Portz.
Okay.
A little chirpy chirp fucker.
And you can find us on every fucking platform except for Apple.
Yeah, I mean, not every platform, but all the
much.
main stuff, I think, except Apple.
The big ones.
Google. We're on
Yeah.
Google Play. I don't know if
Google.
people really use that much, but
Spotify.
I do.
Billy
I like
does,
I like
think.
Google.
Oh, I like Spotify.
I'm a Google guy. I'm a Google guy because you get free, like, no ads on YouTube. And, like, yeah, I do have an ad blocker, but sometimes it doesn't work. And now I get no ads on my phone because phones can't figure out ad blockers. So
shit, you smart.
yeah, I'm so smart. The big
You're so
smarty
fucking
pants.
smart.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to episode 19. And goodbye.
All right, good luck. Have fun. Don't die. Goodbye. Do, 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 do.
And that's the podcast.